Good morning, students. Today we will study about cell, the structural and functional unit of life. The cell, a cell is the fundamental structural and functional unit of living organism. Here, this diagram shows that include all kind of living organism. Means all living organism is made up of cell. What is cell? A cell is the structural, functional, and fundamental unit of all living organism. Means all living organism is made up of cell. Discovery of cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke observed slices of cork from the bark of tree under a simple magnifying glass. He noticed small boxes or compartments in the cork slice. The boxes were separated from each other by a wall or a partition. He named each box as a cell. The cells which Hooke observed were actually dead cells of plants. In this diagram, we can understand this. See here, each here, a compartment cross-like section is there. This all compartment, and he termed this each compartment as a cell. So the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. That was the cell, first dead cell of the plant. Anton van Leeuwenhoek first observed and described a live cell also. And due to the advancement in the technology, that invention of compound and electron microscope revealed the structural detail of the cell. Due to the advancement in the technology of cell, that microscope, now that each components of cell can be studied. The cell are the basic structural unit of living organism. Some organisms are made up of a single cell and some are made up of many cells. The number of the cell in a tall trees or animals like elephant or human being are billions and trillions of cells. Organism made up of many cells are called multicellular. Example, tree and element. Organism made up of only one cell are called unicellular organism. That is amoeba and paramecium. So we can say that organism that have more than two cells, they are known as multicellular. The cell is multi in number, multiple, that two means that more than two cells that organism have, that is known as multicellular, whereas the cell that is one, that is known as single cell organism, are known as unicellular. Example are paramecium, amoeba. Shape of the cell are of different shapes. Some cells keep changing their shapes, like amoeba, white blood cells in human being. Some cells are spherical, round, elongated, spindle shaped, branched. See here, that first is amoeba, that keep on changing. Its body structure is keep on changing, so it is amoeba. So it is, now this is neuron cell. This is dendrite, myelin sheath. So branched type of a structure it is. So whereas elongated spherical shape RBC that you can see here, and here it is xylem and phloem cell. So we have multiple number of shape of cell, either it is spherical, round, elongated, spindle, branched example is here, neuron cell, elongated cell. So there are various shapes of cell. Size of cell in living organism are of different size. They may be as small as millionth of a meter, micrometer or macron, or large as a few centimeter. The smallest cell in the cell of bacteria, that is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer. The largest cell is the egg of an ostrich, that is 76 into 13 centimeter. That is the egg of ostrich. And here we have various other types of cell size, that is bacterial cell. So we have all these different type sizes of cell. If you remember last year, we all have done this practical in our laboratory lab. If you remember that onion peel seen as under a microscope, that already we have done in the last year. And that is the human chick cell as under a microscope. Now the cell theory. Malthus, Selden and that observed the plant are composed of cell. Selden and Swan together formulated the cell theory. Swan 1939 reported that the cell had a thin outer layer, that is plasma membrane. He also found that plants have a cell wall. He proposed a hypothesis that animal and plant are composed of cell and the products of cell. Now after Virchow in 1855 explained that the cell divides and new cell are formed from pre-existing cell, that is omnicelluli cellula. He modified the cell theory and stated that all living organisms are composed of cell and the product of cell. All cell arises from pre-existing cell. All living organism is made up of cell. This cell theory we have also studied last year. Thank you for today.